So I understand, Phil, that in your career, you've worn a lot of different hats. I mean, you've been a law enforcement officer, a scuba diver, fire chief, EMT, even White House liaison at one point. What do you think, having had so many of these types of experiences, what are some of the most important qualities that someone should have in order to be a park ranger?
But one of the qualities I look for, I appreciate in a ranger is somebody who understands and supports and is there for the mission of the National Park Service. The classic phrase that's used is the purpose is to conserve the scenery, natural and historic objects in such manner and by such means as will leave them unimpaired for the enjoyment of future generations. That mission is got to be your kind of your focus and what you get when you get up in the morning, no matter what you do, whether you're a law enforcement officer or the person taking the entrance fees or the person doing the interpretation programs. You should have that kind of ingrained in your system when you're doing your job every day.
I like that. So bringing it back to the fundamentals of the mission and then using that as a springboard to whatever the very types of work there are. That's really cool.
So let me add a couple other qualities that really I think make a ranger a ranger. Adaptability. There's 424 parks. A lot of them are very different. You go from one park to the next in your career. You have to adapt to different conditions, different working environments, and be willing to do that. So being adaptable. Sometimes you're the only guy out there or the only woman out there. Initiative is what it takes to kind of keep going sometimes, just and getting out there and saying, I'm going to go here, I'm going to do there, taking the initiative because you're working by yourself and somebody isn't always looking over your shoulder. So you have to have that initiative. Sometimes conditions are adverse, especially when you're out doing a search or a rescue. So you need to persevere. You need to have perseverance.
Oh wow!
And
Yeah.
one of the big things that rangers are known for is resourcefulness. If you're out on Lake Amistad and the waves are out there and something happens to the boat, you got to be able to fix it. If you don't have the precise thing at hand, sometimes you have to make that's where duct tape comes in. Those kind of things.
Yes.
And
That's
the
right.
last thing really is not being afraid of hard work, because I can think of times when you're out there on a day when it's in the desert, when it's 100, 110 degrees, when you just got to get out there and do it, because that's what you're supposed to be doing.